Hi, everyone, and welcome to Shop Smart Autos TV, where your host, Richie Bello, will become your personal coach for buying and servicing new and pre-owned vehicles every Sunday morning. Richie has shaped the way social media impacts car buyers for over 3 decades. His mantra has always been to give you, the driver, of course, what you want and need from your driving experience. I'm Jill Nicolini, your co-host and Richie's sidekick here today on Shop Smart Autos TV. Now, you may have seen us together in the past on his live shows. We do focus on the automotive industry. Richie's topic for today is on pre-owned vehicles, and we want to share why and when it's right to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van. Now, our sponsor today is ShopSmartAutos.com, where you'll find the combined inventory from all the top automotive sites come together to share their inventory. All right, welcome to our show. Thank you so much for having me here, Richie.
Thank you for being here, Jill. It's always a pleasure.
Of course. Well, of course, I want to speak to you this morning on how the high cost of vehicles today, well, really has many drivers looking toward pre-owned. So why do you think this is happening?
Well, it's simple, Jill. Consumers right now are more into the pre-owned area because of the CPO, right? It's not like years ago you used to buy a used car and used to have a problem. Today, the prices of vehicles have increased so much because of their technology, where the pre-owned, they're actually registering in Suffolk County 5 used cars versus 1 new car. Wow. The ratio is 5 to 1 right now.
Okay.
And I believe it's going to get bigger. And, you know, just the other day I was looking at some data, and the hybrid have dropped. Really? On registrations. Why? Because they're so much more expensive.
Yeah, okay.
So right now, that's what's happening. So that being said, the pre-owned is dominating not only Suffolk County, but it's dominating Nassau County, and it's dominating a lot of different markets in the country.
Great. Now, what can you tell us about depreciation? I'm sure that's a factor, right?
Yes, that is a factor. So let me just say this. You go to a dealership, Jill. You pick a car. If that dealership is not turning his inventory, right, you're buying that depreciation, you the consumer. So always ask, how long have you had this car in stock? Because if you buy a car they've had for 6 months, you the consumer is paying for that depreciation.
Got it.
Because cost is cost, right? So that's what happens. Even if you get a good deal, it's still the depreciation. Guess what? The consumer's paying for that depreciation.
Yeah.
So awareness is key. Be aware as the consumer that you know what's going on, how old the inventory is.
Okay. Because
that's important. If you buy a car within 30 days, it hasn't depreciated yet as much as a 6-month vehicle.
Okay, now as far as pre-owned is concerned, are we seeing more warranties and servicing, like, initiatives?
You know what?
there
I'm glad you brought that up.
cars?
I'm so glad you brought that up, because what's happening today is you can actually get a warranty up to 150, 200,000 miles.
That's awesome.
So that's why the fixed operations, the service departments are generating more business, because the warranty that is available today for these pre-owned vehicles is so much greater. So that's why the used car is so powerful right now when you buy a pre-owned, because you get a really good warranty. It's like you don't even have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter that it's used, has some mileage on it.
And it doesn't really matter that it has miles. Exactly. I was in a dealership the other day, and the consumer was telling the salesman, but this car's got 60,000 miles. The salesman says, that's not really important today, because you're going to get 150,000 miles on a warranty.
Wow.
So it doesn't really matter.
That's pretty long. I mean, with new cars, what is a normal warranty and service plan?
Well, the factory gives you 3 years, 36.
Is that what it is? Okay.
But you can get extended warranty to really cover your vehicle. Right.
But, all right, makes sense, I think, to buy pre-owned here. Also, I want to talk about cars today being built really for hundreds of thousands of miles. They're being built better, right?
Yes, correct. The vehicles today, based on the technology and what's out there right now, are being built for much more. Like you get a Mercedes, you don't really have to do a tune-up in a Mercedes to 60, 70,000 miles, because the way the spark plugs is versus 25 or 30 years ago. Technology has wrapped around our world, but technology has wrapped around in the automotive industry, and they're making much better cars because the parts are so much better and they're technology driven. We're in a world right now in the automotive sector that we're driven by technology.
Okay.
All around us.
Anything else you can add about pre-owned that you think people are gearing more towards that than the new car?
Well, the data is there, and that's why people are buying pre-owned. All the analytics are there.
Okay.
The registration is there. But, we have a special guest today, right, that I call him Mr. CPO. That stands for Certified Pre-Owned. He's one of the best out there in the country.
Yeah.
He's amazing. His name's Brandon. So why don't we start talking to Brandon a little bit about
Great idea. Thank you for helping with the intro. Our special guest today, let's introduce him, Brandon Hardison from Jim Ellis Automotive Group in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, Brandon's experience with Certified Pre-Owned is one that you don't want to miss. But I first want to speak a little on our sponsor, ShopSmartAutos.com. It's a one-stop shop, right? To shop, I should say. ShopSmartAutos.com wants you to be the most informed shopper for a new or pre-owned vehicle. Then visit ShopSmartAutos.com and find all the leading website and dealer inventory all in one place. Now, they sweep them all each and every day. So if today is your day for a new or used car, truck, SUV, or van, look to ShopSmartAutos.com. And of course, please enjoy our show. Okay, let's get right down to it. Our viewers today want to know the scoop on Certified Pre-Owned and what it means to the consumer. Today's guest is Brandon Hardison of Jim Ellis Automotive Group and president of Champion Strategies. Brandon has been working with dealers and manufacturers on making the dealer and driver experience a much better one. Now, today, Brandon is here to speak on Certified Pre-Owned. Please tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and your background, Brandon, to start.
Oh, thank you, Jill, and good afternoon, Richie. We have been fortunate to be with Lee Iacocca and Chrysler when he was there. Also, I've been with the Ford Certified Pre-Owned program, been with Volkswagen and their VEST training program, and we've had an opportunity to be with a few of the largest automotive groups in the country, DCH up in your way in Perth Amboy, New Jersey, Asbury Automotive Group, which is here in Atlanta, and currently I am with the largest family-owned group in the Atlanta area, being Jim Ellis Automotive Group.
Awesome. Well, say hello, Richie.
Hi, Brandon. How are you today? Thanks for coming
Richie.
in.
How about yourself?
I really love that you're here because out here in Suffolk County and Nassau County, there's a lot of registrations on pre-owned vehicles, and I got some data, and I wanted to talk to you and engage about this. I mean, what are your thoughts why it's getting CPO, it's getting larger and larger and larger?
Outstanding. Manufacturers and a few independents, especially over the past decade, have found a way to get the peace of mind into consumers' head. Well, the biggest thing that manufacturers are having, disruption in the allocation. Quality has not been there for a few of the manufacturers because they've had some union issues there with that. So availability of used vehicles are there. Early in your segment, you talked about depreciation. Well, we do know that when it comes to a certified pre-owned, someone has already taken that hit. So customers are getting pure value when they talk about a certified pre-owned.
Wow, that's great. And is there with the certified pre-owned, I know there's a lot of warranty companies. Just the other day, I was in a dealership listening to the warranty thing, up to 200,000 miles for this extended warranty. Have you heard that?
Yes. Manufacturers and independent warranty companies are seeing the value. We're trying to add more peace of mind, if you will, to the consumer. Certified is the best value that is out there. And the biggest thing for me, Richie and Jill, besides the depreciation and the warranty you're talking about, think about everyday roadside assistance problems. I don't care if you're in a big major market or a small market. people are wondering how I can get from point A to point B, and travel reimbursement has become a mainstay with a whole lot. In other words, to know that you're going to put me up in a hotel if I can't assume to get back on my trip or my recreation, you're going to take care of the food for me, you're going to give me a vehicle, and here's the thing about it that new cars can't match. It's based on per occurrence. In other words, whatever dollar amount for the vehicle, the hotel, the meals, as long as that vehicle is certified, you can use it multiple times. Can't get that on a new car.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Oh, absolutely. And you also mentioned that you're selling really used to new. The ratio is 4-to-1. Is that true?
Correct. Some areas it's a little bit higher.
Wow. And better service for the vehicle, I imagine, correct?
Better service. Here's the thing, Jill. If someone's really in tune with certified pre-owned, they have what I call a champion, a person that's going to assist the used car manager to make sure that that vehicle gets to the back. Those technicians do their great job. And Richie touched on it earlier. We got to turn it, get it from the back to the front so we can start doing the best we can to market that vehicle. So the dealers who have champions and they turn the vehicle and get it from the back to the front line ready, as we call it, they do a great job with certified pre-owned.
You know, Brandon, I've been in the business quite some time now. And, you know, if you take the last decade and the other decade, it was about selling cars, okay? Then you take the last decade, it was more about servicing. You're in the service business. You're not a salesperson, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Now, I think the next decade, there ain't going to be people selling cars. There's going to be people providing a service as a salesperson to a consumer. Do you see the same thing that I'm seeing?
Richie, we're on the same wavelength, but that's why you do what you do so well, to protect the consumers in every way that you can. But yes, these vehicles are nothing more than computers on wheels. And you're going to have the best people that are in the areas. These dealerships are going to be just servicing areas. So what the consumer is going to be looking for is who can give me the best experience, whether I come to your service center or, as you do know, a whole lot of dealerships, you don't have to come into a dealership at all. Sales or service. We will come to your home. We will come to your job, pick up that vehicle. If you have a trade, we'll bring the trade back. We will deliver the new vehicle, or we'll service the vehicle and bring it back to your home. So that's where it's going now. Who can give me the best experience if I'm a consumer? So you're right, Rich.
Right, and that's what I'm seeing more. So salespeople are doing a nice presentation. Their presentation's really nice, but not only is it nice, it's more friendly towards servicing that customer. Even from the sales person are coming in at that. And then when they are with customers already, they're servicing them and they're treating them totally different in the last decade till now and to what's headed. Now there's a lot of dealerships that are actually selling cars online.
Yes.
E-commerce, yes. And they have a department for that. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, dealerships who are not ready for the future will be out of business. You should already have something like that, or your R&D. If you do have one in your marketing, you need to be working towards that, because that's where the future is going. You should have a way to make sure that each and every customer can buy, sell, service any way that they are looking for, because the traditional person coming into the dealership, that is waning away.
Now, can I ask a question about financing? Do you see better opportunities with pre-owned or with buying a new car?
I can say pre-owned. Many states, like the state that I'm in right now, Georgia, they have passed a law, and they are going deep when it comes to financing used vehicles, very heavy into the game.
Right.
Oh, That's amazing.
Now-
You know, Brandon, I got to tell you something. Really, really a lot of knowledge that's going on in the dealership. And the reason I built this show is to educate the consumer. And right in the bottom, you'll have my email, richie@shopsmartautos.com. Mr. Consumer, we are giving you $500 on us anytime you buy a car.
Today's dealer spotlight is with Ideal Motors, Long Island's largest indoor pre-owned dealership. Under one roof and on the lot, Ideal Motors looks to give you the best quality, price, and finance options. The name of the game is make the driver happy, and Ideal Motors will either have the vehicle you have in mind or go hunting for it for you. So from little cars to a great selection of big trucks, make your pre-owned purchase in Ideal Motors in Medford on Route 112, just south of Sunrise Highway. With us from Ideal Motors is its owner-operator, Joe Giordano. So, Joe, your dealership looks more like a new car dealership, really. It's tremendous. I've been there quite a few times. What is it that makes your dealership really so successful?
Basically, what we do here is, besides having such a big indoor showroom, over 10,000 square feet, which provides comfort to customers. Cold days, it's warm inside. Hot days, it's cool inside. We try to sell our vehicles for as much under market value as possible, passing the savings on to the customers. And I really think that's a key factor of what makes us so successful.
Also, at your dealership, I've been there before. I know you do work with some of the vets and offer a program as well, correct?
Yes, absolutely. We have different programs for vets. Basically, you come in and we provide additional savings to you for thanking you for your service to us.
Now, I know Richie and you have been friends for quite some time. Richie, if you don't mind sharing your experience with Ideal and why you love them so much and really recommend everybody to go there.
Okay, the reason for that is because me and the other owner, Gary DeLeva, know each other for quite some time. I got the opportunity to meet Joe, and Joe is more the operator on the front lines, right? But one of the things that I really like about Joe is that every customer I've sent there, they love Joe. Joe treats them right. And like I was talking to Brandon on the earlier side, right? Brandon was talking about we're in the service business, which I agree. And I see that dealers now are not just selling a car, they're more in the service. It's here's the car, Mr. Customer, but you bought it from Ideal Motors and we're responsible and we're going to take care of you for the next 3, 4, 5 years or 6 years, however your loan is. And that's what Joe is great at. And Ideal Motors' reputation has grown up really, really great. And because they believe in doing the right thing the first time by the customer. And they really have tremendous value. If you have okay credit, they give you a tremendous interest rate. More than any, I've never seen that happen in any dealership. And you know, Jill, I'm in and out of dealerships all day long, right? And I've never seen such a great value that they provide. Their finance department is a service department to a customer when they want finance. They don't make the money on the finance, you know? They want to stay in business. They treat the customer right. They're unbelievable. You call there at any time and they're right there on it. They don't have a fixed operation department, but they're tied in with fixed operations, which is the service department, and they do the right thing.
Joe, would we say that's accurate description of Ideal?
Actually, it's 100% accurate. We really take pride in serving the customers that come in here and doing the right thing. I myself have been here since 1995. I've been here a long time, which is pretty rare for a car guy to be at one location for such a long time, and that's because we truly do take pride in doing the right thing for customers.
Great.
Joe, this program is called the Spotlight, where the audience, we refer a dealership like yourself, right, on a weekly. So we picked you this week because it's not that we are just picking any dealership, because this show is not sponsored by any dealership. This show is totally sponsored by Shop Smart Autos, okay? Then the reason that we're doing it like this is we're picking in the market, Mr. Dealer, the best one. And Joe happens to be one of the guys top notch out there that does the right thing. So we'll be bringing in more. And when we recommend somebody, this audience that's on cable, when we recommend somebody, if you get mishandled by a dealership that we're recommending, the email's right on the right, and Jill Nicolini's Instagram will be on the left, right? And you can reach out to any one of us, and we will make sure that you get handled right and you're really, really happy. And Joe, what is your number there so dealers call you?
It is 631-438-0535.
Great. And we have a coupon, Joe. Any customer that emails me through Richie at shopsmartautos.com, they email me, they get $500 voucher, a coupon for this show only.
Wow.
And every show there's going to be a different promotion going on. So anybody that goes to Ideal Motors from this show gets automatically $500 off.
So they tell them that Richie and Jill sent you?
Richie and Jill sent you, right? The Richie and Jill show sent you. Don't forget that. No, consumers, just to let you know, we take pride in what we do, and we have a passion, and it's about educating the consumer in today's world to go to the right dealership and buy a vehicle, like from Joe, Ideal Motors, Gary DeLever. Great team they have there. They believe in doing the right thing by the consumers.
And Joe, just one other question in regards to your customer, right? So they're coming in, they're purchasing their pre-owned vehicle, but what is it about the experience that they get from you that kind of sets you apart from the other used car dealerships?
Basically, I'm a hands-on guy, so I like to meet every customer that walks through the door. I like to, pass the savings on as far as the price of the car goes. As far as the interest rate goes, we really do the right thing as far as the interest rate goes. And as far as any type of extended warranties, we discount them heavily so customers don't overpay for anything. It's just a family-based dealership, and we really try to make the customer feel as comfortable as possible, which really, really has worked for us and made us so successful.
Well, that's it. We learned on the show today from Brandon Hardison so far about pre-owned and the benefits of the service and the warranty. And that's something that, of course, the customer can use. And Bridgie also mentioned that, they're building cars better than ever today, right? So the longevity of a car is a lot better than it was years ago. So it makes more sense for the consumer to take on a pre-owned vehicle.
Yes, it's 100% accurate. Yep, 100%. You really have to just do the right thing in all aspects of a car sale in today's day and age, and that's what we pride ourselves on doing.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Joe, at Ideal Motors. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an honor. Thank you so much.
All right, we want to wrap up our show today with talking to Richie and, of course, getting his take on pre-owned. So, Richie, research, features, and safety. Make and model of desired vehicle. Is that true? So people are really stressing the importance of doing this ahead of time.
So let's talk, Jill. You said you were in the market for a Pilot.
Yes,
okay,
Pilot.
Great. So this is what you do. You're in the market for a Pilot. Let's look at the reviews of a Pilot vehicle.
Okay.
All right, in the last 4 years. Mm-hmm. Let's look at the recalls that the Pilot vehicle has had. Let's also look, there's information out there about warranties. How much warranty work has a Pilot had? Okay, so now you narrowed it down. I want a Pilot. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now what happens? Let's pick, how do we pick a dealership? We go online and search who's got a good price. That's what everybody does. Then you take, if it's ABC Motors, then you check their reviews. Okay. Then you go to Dealer Rater and check the best salesperson that's on there with the best stars. Okay. And now you know what you're getting into. Okay. It's like knowing the facts and knowing this information. Now you know. Now you know that a salesman's had 100 reviews and he's at 4.5. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Right? Okay. So now you know. Now you have all the information. Now you're loaded like a pistol to walk into the dealership. A, you picked a salesperson. B, you picked the dealership. Mm-hmm. And C, you got the car narrowed down.
Got it.
right? Make sure that when you pick the car, you know and you could afford the payment. So let's say you get a $15,000 vehicle, you say $3,000 down times 60 months. Okay, does that work for me? What happens is a lot of consumers pick something that they really don't know if they can do. And then they're unhappy with the dealership because that car doesn't fit their budget. Get educated as a consumer. Know what $15,000 loan costs you.
Okay.
Know with your money down. Don't forget to add the taxes. Get the knowledge. Now you walk into a dealership, you make it much easier for the dealership, but you make it much easier for yourself.
Yeah. It'll save everybody in the end.
Right. Know the reputation in the service department. Go to Yelp and check their service. So now you're getting all this knowledge that's going to help you as the consumer make an intelligent decision of what vehicle you want, of the dealership, and down to the salesman. All that information is out there.
Yeah.
Dealer Rater.
Okay,
Check that out.
website. Okay,
DealerRater.com. You can see every salesman in that dealership, their reviews.
Okay, and what about reviews in general?
Yes, you look at the reviews of the dealership.
So is it Yelp that you recommend?
No,
Is there
you just search
Google?
on Google,
Okay.
ABC Motors reviews. It shows you everything.
Got
It shows
it.
you
Okay.
Yelp, Google, everything. Once that happens, right, now you pick the dealership. Now, the dealership has good reviews. Now you want to check the salespeople.
Salesperson,
So you
okay.
go to Dealer Rater and check them.
Okay.
And now you have an idea and you go in and ask for Mr. Jones. Because now you know that salesman does the right things, you know?
Any other tips for people out there ready to go out and start shopping pre-owned vehicles? Yes.
If you want to go out for any vehicle and you don't know, I am available. Here is where you get a hold of me, Richie at ShopSmartAutos.com. I'm here to help the consumer buy a vehicle because I've got the experience in the automotive sector. I know every dealership in certain areas. I could help you. If you feel you can't do it for some reason, email me and I'll be more than happy to help you and take you through the process, recommend you which dealership will do the right thing.
Awesome. And of course, reach out to him on social media and myself. I could help as a liaison here. I'm at Jill Nicolini on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we will get back to you and I will put you in touch with Richie one-on-one. It's his passion. It's his life. And he loves doing this. So he means it. Contact him and he will really guide you in this process. Thank you so much, Richie.
And stay away from dealerships that charge you fees. Okay? Know something, Mr. Consumer. That's totally not kosher. That's not the right thing. So if you have that experience with a dealership, reach out to me, Richie at ShopSmartAutos.com.
Great. Well, again, we want to thank you all for spending time with us this morning. My name is Jill Nicolini. And of course, Richie Bello wishing you and yours a wonderful day. We'll see you here on Cable One next Sunday morning. Thanks again for joining us.
Take care.